Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced, and this is a video for Ask a Libertarian. And today what I want to talk about is open borders versus closed borders. Now, what happens is oftentimes people can get into very heated debates about this topic, and there's essentially three positions in this position that you see a lot. The first one is the open borders position. This is just sort of an application of the non-aggression principle from a libertarian perspective, that people should be able to freely travel. Now, it doesn't mean you have the ability to go into somebody else's private property, so you can't go into another person's house, but the idea is that all property should be individually owned property, so it's up to that individual property owner or that private property owner to decide whether they want you on their property or not, and basically trumps the rights of individuals and voluntary actors over the rights of or the powers of a nation state. So at the heart of this is the debate over what is the role of the nation state, where do you prioritize the nation state versus individual liberty when you find this debate. So that's the open borders position. It doesn't necessarily mean that they advocate getting rid of every single procedure, process, rule regarding immigration between nations, but they want to move towards a more free movement, meaning people can freely travel between nations, less quotas, less bureaucracy, less red tape, etc. Basically make it easier for people to not just immigrate, but emigrate, because emigration is an issue as well. In the US, they make you have to give up a chunk of your net worth in order to, well, renounce your US citizenship. And then there's sort of the middle ground position, which is sort of a qualified open borders position, where people say, well, I would be for open borders, but as long as there's a welfare state, no. Now, this operates under the idea that, one, if you have immigration while you have a large welfare state that benefits illegal immigrants, even though that's a contested idea, because illegal immigrants benefit from a lot less, or are able to benefit from a lot less of the welfare state than one realizes, although that changes from state to state, because there's oftentimes a lot of the benefits they do get is usually at a state level, not as much at the federal level. And again, that differs from state to state, how that works out. But the bottom line is, they'll make the argument that basically, if you have a welfare state, the rest of the country is going to look at illegal immigrants who take advantage of the welfare state or participate in the welfare state and look at them with resentment. So basically, by having a welfare state and opening up immigration, you're creating a situation that's going to create social hostility and make immigrants a scapegoat for the economic problems of the country, when at the end of the day the problem is big government. So in that case, they want to prioritize getting rid of the welfare state before broadening immigration, and in the short run they want to sort of enforce current immigration rules while they remove the welfare state. So that's sort of that middle position. And then there's the closed borders position. Now, the closed borders position prioritizes the idea of a nation state as a protector of the ideas of liberty. So basically the concept here is that the ideas of liberty can only exist among sort of a more enlightened populace. And if you were to have too many people from outside, from different cultures, enter the country too quickly, it's not that they shouldn't be able to enter the country. It's not that there shouldn't be immigration. It's just that if there's too much immigration too fast, it'll change the culture too fast and get away from the ideas of liberty. And essentially you'll end up with a less libertarian world because you didn't preserve sort of the libertarian culture, or a libertarian-ish culture, by bringing in lots of different cultures, which then begs the question about the market of ideas, and if, the ideas of liberty are so good, shouldn't they triumph in a market of ideas? And at the same time, a lot of immigrants, at least in my experience, come here because they were getting away from big governments, and oftentimes are actually very, very amenable to the ideas of limited government. I mean, take a look at Ayn Rand. I mean, she was an immigrant for that purpose, and she's a huge libertarian figure, even though she never liked the term libertarian herself. But those are sort of the 3 points of view that are staked out, and what they believe and why they believe it. Now, what do you believe? What should you believe? That's up to you. But hopefully this better helps you understand the different points of view of different libertarians on the subject of immigration, so that way you can better wade through these arguments and have better discussions with people of different points of view. My name is Alex Merced from alexmerced.com. Have a great day and enjoy. And this is a video for Ask a Libertarian. So like the Ask a Libertarian Facebook page, and I'll see you guys in another video.